Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. I have to talk about this one because I see this one percolating out in these Twitter streets, and some ridiculousness is going on over a damn Disney movie. I'm going to keep it real. It's a Disney movie, okay? This is not going to change the way that we change the laws in the world or make anything better, or anything of that sort, okay, when it comes to changing the world as far as like gun laws and rights over your body, stuff like that, okay? But still, people are losing their damn mind over this Disney movie. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it today. Because I was like, I got many other things we're gonna talk about here too. But I was like, nah, this one could be really good for a discussion because I think this is a very important one, to a certain extent. Like I said, it people are losing their minds. Okay, it's a Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. That's all I'm going to say right now. For right now. That's all I'm going to say for right now. We got to talk about this. You see the title down below. It's a Disney movie. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. I get it. I get why there's such a reaction on both sides of the fence. I mean, more on one side, I get it, more than the other. Okay, does that make sense? Hence the reason why we're talking about it today. I was like, you know what? I got to talk about this with my fam. We got to go through this because not only are people losing their damn minds, but they're now starting to do some ridiculous stuff that I think is absolutely in the land of bigotry. That's what I'm going to say. In the realm of bigotry. It is ridiculous and it's disturbing and it's wrong as hell. In my personal opinion. Yeah. So we got to talk about this, guys. So, good afternoon or good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all who are watching the show right now. Just a little bit of some housekeeping before we jump into the conversation, because I know there are certain people that really are adamant about this, passionately adamant about one side of the spectrum. And then there are people on the other side of the spectrum that are adamantly fighting for that side as well. So we got to talk about it as a family because this is how the world is nowadays over a Disney movie. So, and I'll explain more in a little bit because I know some of y'all might be like, "What do you mean? This is bigger than that." I get it. Tranquilo. You know what I'm saying? Turn on those fans, cool down a little bit before you jump down my throat. Let's talk about this. We got to talk this out because I got some opinions. So, some housekeeping real quick. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 200 likes. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every single last one of y'all. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. All right. Hopefully your day, your morning is going great as well, okay? So hit that like button and send as much positivity as you can because we need more of that in this world, all right? We need more of that in this world. Also, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Crush it if you haven't done that yet. Welcome to the Pascal Show, all right? We talk about a lot of things on this channel, everything from true crime, pop culture, political, and controversial topics. We talk about it right here on this channel. So hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, we got to get into this story. We got to get into this. We got to talk about this, y'all. Okay. Just a few days ago, over this weekend, if I'm correct, at least this is how I remember, how I recall it. Disney dropped their latest live action reimagining of The Little Mermaid. Now, what a lot of people were shocked about, good shocked and bad shocked, was that Little Mermaid is being performed or is being portrayed by a singer by the name of Halle Bailey. All right, not Halle Berry, Halle Bailey. Okay. Now, Chloe Bailey is her sister. I just want to make that abundantly clear so that y'all know who she is. Halle Bailey happens to be black. And the world has had quite a reaction to this trailer. Now, let me just show you, because I mean I said it in the title, and it's kind of wavering the amount, okay, the number, if it's 1.5 or 2 million, whatever. But I'm gonna show you guys the actual title to this article right here. Okay, so trailer for Disney's live action remake of The Little Mermaid gets 1.5 million dislikes. 1.5 million dislikes. I'm hearing on other sources, 2 million dislikes. 2, okay? Dislikes on YouTube in just 2 days after Ariel actress Halle Bailey faced backlash, okay, over her casting. Racist backlash. I got to say the word, unfortunately, for this situation. I know I have to use code words, but let's keep it real. You guys aren't going to get it unless I say the word. So there's been a lot of R word, okay? There's been a lot of racy reactions, if you get what I'm saying, to this trailer. And you know, that's one thing I did not get to pull up. Let me pull up a little bit of the trailer itself, because I know some of us have seen it, some of us haven't, right? But I think that we all need to see it together. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to show you guys, I'm not going to play the music to this trailer, but you guys can at least see some of the imagery in this trailer. Now, the thing is, man, is it getting flagged? Man, is it getting hated? Okay, because she's black, allegedly. Real talk. This is insane. So I want to show you guys a little bit of it as I, talk a little bit more. But this is some of the imagery from the actual video itself, or the trailer for the movie itself. Okay. Just a little bit of imagery. And this literally is the imagery. So, The Little Mermaid. And then, of course, there is Halle Bailey singing her heart out, portraying Ariel, okay, this big, huge, iconic role as Little Mermaid. She's playing Little Mermaid, okay? And everyone now is losing the damn mind. I'm gonna say something that you guys might not like. I'm gonna say something that might shock you guys. I think this trailer's trash. I'm just gonna say it. I watched it. I felt like I was gonna swell up with like emotions and excitement and nostalgia and all this stuff. And personally, this trailer sucks. And it has nothing to do with Halle Bailey. It has nothing to do with Halle Bailey. I think she's going to do a fantastic job. I think she has a gorgeous voice. But I was not liking the trailer, personally. Okay? As a black man, I love seeing a black girl playing this part, that they changed it a little bit, put in a black actress or a black performer to perform as Ariel, because any girl, any race could really play Ariel. Real talk. They've done it before. Not with Little Mermaid, but plenty of other Disney characters that they've created. They have changed the race in the movie, okay? Or in the production, okay? Doesn't change a damn thing in my personal opinion. It's actually the whole setup. It's how everything looks in this thing. This thing is so damn dark. Like all of it. And I get it. It's under the sea. I get it. But to me, this is super dark. I mean, even Aquaman was brighter than this. Okay? Just going through it. This is the most lit you see of her face. That's just all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing I'll say outside of that. Outside of this, I'm for it. I'm with Halle Bailey doing her thing. But to me, I wasn't impressed by this trailer. Okay? But the funny thing is the reason why I'm not impressed by the trailer is because how it's presented, how dark it is, etc. It's the presentation. A lot of people are reacting in such a negative way because of the actress. It's because who's portraying this. And don't get me, and before you get into it, before we jump all the way all up in this, okay, all up in them guts, we're gonna talk about this because, and I'll explain it even more, how people are reacting. Because at first, because I've seen some other commentators, man, I listened to so many different commentators because I wanted to sit back. I wanted to hear the opposing views about this, right? I listened to a lot of the conservative side of things, a lot of the conservative thoughts about this, all right? The conservative commentators and their thoughts on this, just to hear the opposing side. And the reasons behind why they have a problem with this is ridiculous. Doesn't work for me, okay? In the purest, type of form of this, etc., I don't agree with it at all. They're going, oh, the only reason why it got disliked is just the production. It's how it's presented. Okay, fine. I agree. I think the trailer is not good. She sounds great in it, but all of it's dark. You can't make out anything. And maybe they did that for a reason because they didn't want to give everything away. I don't know. But that's not the reason why everybody's reacting in such a way. Everyone's losing their damn mind on the twits. You look at it out in these Twitter streets, you'd be surprised. The reactions people are actually having. And before I get ahead of myself, there are some other things here on the reason why people are looking at this and saying, oh, this is straight up a full-on display of full-on racism. And I'll get to that here in a second. But I want you guys to, let's look at some of these bullets here because, like I said, I get it. There's some people out here that are sitting there going, they're traditionalists, they're purists. And they're like, hey, how dare you? How dare you put a black woman, a black girl in a part that's supposed to be played by a white woman? Okay. Last I checked, it's a fictional character, a fantasy fictional character that can be portrayed by anybody. Would they react the same way if this was done by someone who is Asian? Would there be that big of a reaction as they've done in this? Then what's interesting is there's a lot of conservative commentators that are sitting there going like, she even has her hair red. Why is her hair red? There are plenty of redheaded black brothers and sisters out here. Plenty. Yet people are losing their damn minds and resting all of their laurels, willing to die on a hill on some BS. Do you know how many movies we've seen that has glossed past our eyes growing up, from the time movies were created till, I guess you could say, till the movement of changing this movement, changing the way we look at movies. There were white actors playing every race under the sun, everything from minstrel to actually playing Gandhi. Let's not forget Kingsley, Sir Ben Kingsley, great actor, by the way, played Gandhi. Okay? Everybody was fine with it then. Everybody was fine with somebody playing outside of their own race. This is actually somebody who is a different race just playing a character, and people are losing their damn minds. Just saying. This has been happening for a long time, all right? This actors playing different races and so on and so forth, and for a while there, it was okay. And then things changed. But now you got fictional characters that have that. Ariel, sure, she was drawn in this cartoon as a white mermaid with red hair. Does not mean that you can't change the race of the character. Man, I am seeing Shakespeare plays, for example. Shakespeare. I'm seeing Hamlet being portrayed as a black Hamlet or an Asian Hamlet or any other race. Yet people are losing their damn minds over this. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. To the point where, let me pull this up too. And I get it, not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's fine. That is totally fine. But you really are going to lose sleep? Really? Over a black mermaid? Really? You're really going to not go see the movie because the Little Mermaid is black? I just don't get it. Choose a stronger reason, in my personal opinion. Okay? Choose a stronger reason. Before we go into the article, I want to point out this too. All right? This is the cast. You got Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. You got Javier Bardem as the Papa, King Triton. Okay? You got Noma, I don't know who this, Domez Weni as Queen Selena. You got a slew of different Aquafinas in this piece. Come on now. You got all kinds of different people from all types of different races and cultures playing these parts. Multicultural. And yet a lot of people are hung up over Little Mermaid being black. And Werebane, you ain't wrong. Race is going to be racist. You know what I mean? Race is going to race. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway. So let's look at this really quick. The Little Mermaid has garnered over 1.5 million dislikes. And I think it's more like, I literally think, we're going to get into it, I promise. But I honestly believe that it's more than just the actual presentation of the trailer. It's more than just the trailer. Again, the trailer is not good. In my personal opinion, the teaser is not good. But at the same time, it's a teaser. Maybe they'll up their game. Maybe they put it out to test the waters to see how people were going to react to how it looked. Or maybe they put out the teaser first. Well, they always do that. But maybe they put out the teaser to see how people would react to Halle Bailey being the Little Mermaid. And maybe not, right? They always do these teasers all the damn time. But here it is. Okay, so on YouTube, now it looks like it's in the upwards of 2 million dislikes now after star actress Halle Bailey faced racist backlash from trolls on Twitter. Okay. Let's see. The official trailer teaser, sorry, has surprisingly received over 1 million dislikes on YouTube, and it has even caused the video sharing platform to disable the dislike counter. Now, I will say this though. The dislike counter is still there. It still exists. It's just not out to the public. You can still click on it and all that. I don't know if they just disabled it altogether or did not put it up on display. But from my understanding, you can still go over there and click that dislike if you don't like it. Okay. So The Little Mermaid is a live action adaptation of the popular Disney princess film starring grown-ish actress Halle Bailey, 22. The film has become the center of backlash as much of the online attacks have been tinged with racism, as Halle is a black woman. The 22-year-old people, so the 22-year-old told people she is focusing on the support she's receiving from children who have been touched by seeing a princess who looks like them. And the thing is that's what I'm all about, baby. That's what I like to see. Okay? Because it's not every day that you actually get to see these huge iconic Disney characters played by somebody of color. Period. You don't. Not really. Not at least maybe the how about this? The classic characters. They've done it before in like live action things like if I'm correct, Brandy played she played Cinderella. I think she played Cinderella, right? There's been other things like this before where Whitney Houston was in it, etc. I mean, shoot, it was huge back in the day. No one was losing their minds over it, though. Just like, yeah, we're with it. I want to see Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston in the same show at the same time. This is going to be dope. And they did it. And no one tripped about it. No one tripped about it then. And that is a character. Cinderella was drawn as a white woman back then. And now you got somebody who's playing Halle Bailey, now playing Ariel, and people are losing their damn minds. Okay? It's weird. Like I said, I get it. Not everybody's going to agree with me on this. I get it. And that's fine. That's fine. But like I said, people are people are willing to discontinue, stop doing certain things. Oh, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to boycott, so on and so forth. That just says something about yourself, in my personal opinion, if you have that big of a problem with it. It just, yeah. I get it. I hear you. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I hear you. Okay. I'm not with it. Let me look at some of these super chats really quick before we continue, because I got a couple of them, and I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you guys who don't agree with me, or agree with certain people that agree with me in the chat. I appreciate you guys at least hearing it out and being, what's the word? Diplomatic, caring, etc. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, what's up? Thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so very much. Welcome to the family. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Yes, you guys can easily go down below and hit that join button down below and support this channel if you can. That'd be great. Of course, I have these hoodies and t-shirts. This hoodie saves lives, and this shirt saves lives for Suicide Awareness Month. So please check that out, pascalmerch.com. Be greatly appreciated. I got some other new merch out there as well on the page. 2 new hoodies that I just dropped over the past week, 2 days ago and last week. So please go check those out as well. Tish in Tennessee, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. So stupid. I haven't seen it, but I need to in order to be heartbroken for the actress. But I don't need to, sorry, in order to be heartbroken for the actress. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? You got a girl who's got an opportunity to do something, get her name out there, be she's putting hard work into playing this particular character, and of course, again, people are losing their damn minds over it. And it's very very sad. And Tish in Tennessee, I want to say thank you so much for the message that you sent. I really do appreciate it, and I would love to be able to show that video that you sent me too. So I wanted to make sure I get the thumbs up to share, because I wanted to be able to watch it with everybody on a show here very very soon. So I appreciate you showing the love and support. Seriously. A couple more super chats before we continue. Resolve, thank you so much for the 5. Stories about a little mermaid that literally changed her race so she can be with a human for love. The irony is almost laughable if it wasn't racist. Yeah, I mean, her human, like, she changes from being a mermaid into, becoming human. So I see that. You know, um, yeah, it's interesting. Hold on, I got more. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, thank you so much for the 5. I'm a white woman. I have a lot to say about this. It struck a nerve with me, and I'm here to fight these white people on this. Well, I appreciate you being understanding and saying, to me, I'm going, hey, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Who cares? Who cares? What matters to me is if she's dope. If she sucks, then we could talk. Not saying, oh, and because she's black, but I'm saying, like, we could talk about her performance if she sucks, right? If she's terrible in this movie, then I get it. Then I get people being upset, going, oh, they could have gotten a better actress, but it has nothing to do with race to me. It has nothing. Her talent and her ability to emote emotion and sing these songs and story tell this particular story successfully has nothing, I repeat, nothing to do with race. Zero. Nothing. And yet everybody's hung up on, oh, she's black. Oh, she's black. Oh, there ain't no black redheaded. I'm like, come on, man. This is the hill you're willing to die on over a damn Disney movie? Come on. Get out of here. This is the same thing. Like, I could see people, like, this is when you start looking at other characters like James Bond, okay? You got 007 out here. Chances are there will be a black James Bond at some point. And I feel like there's going to be the same amount of backlash. But the thing is, for any person that's out here that decides, yeah, we should make a black James Bond, you better make that black James Bond movie the dopest, most fire movie ever. So that any person that goes and sees that movie sits there and goes, but it was fire though. I ain't got nothing to say. But he was but it was fire though. That's what it needs to be. Period. So that's what I'm hoping that they do the same thing with this. But they started with this. They didn't start good. They didn't start they didn't start very well. That teaser's trash. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with her race, in my personal opinion. It has to do with the actual production. It looks like trash. How you gonna see? You remember any Game of Thrones fans out there, or used to be fans until the last season? It was like, but there was that one episode. I think it was like the episode 8 or 9 or something like that, where it was just pitch black. I forgot the title of the episode, but it was just basically pitch black. All right, you couldn't see a damn thing. Yet everyone's going, oh, that's why a lot of people were very upset about it. Going, oh man, it was trash. Why, you ask? Because you couldn't see ish. You couldn't see a damn thing. All right? You couldn't see nothing. Chrissy Lee, thank you so much for the 20. I think it's a great way to I think it's great they have such a diverse cast. What I don't like is changing the actual story plot of the original movie. The movie was one of my favorites as a child, and they can do that story with any race. I agree. I'm with that 110%. Yes. Let me keep that up here really quick because Chrissy Lee is saying something that's very true. If they are altering the story for any like a specific reason, maybe to cater to that particular actress that they have as the character that's playing the character, so on and so forth, I'm not with that at all. I am not with that at all, right? Stay with the script because people are here to see that. They're not here to see any alternate changes. It's like I said before, it's like going and seeing Shakespeare, right? If you know the story of King Lear, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, you don't want them to change the story. Why change the script, right? Go, you see the play or the performance, the movie, whatever. You're hoping that the story stays the same. It's the same thing like when you read the Harry Potter books and then you go see the movie and they change things in the movie to cater to viewers that are watching the movie. And you're like, that's not how it went down in the book. Stick to the original content. Don't change it up for whatever the hell it is you want to change it up for. But again, this part, though, she has a point there. But changing her race has nothing to do if they stuck with the original content, like the original synopsis, then that has nothing to do with her particular race or any race of any of these characters that are being portrayed in this movie. In my personal opinion. I'm trying to see if there's a storyline. Yeah, a live action remake of the animated Disney classic. Let's see. Plot summary. Yeah, nothing so far on here. Oh, Handmaid's Tale's out, by the way, just so you guys know. New season, I mean, for those of you that are fans. Okay. But very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And like I said, I have more. There's more to this because there's so many people that are sitting here going, oh, no, it has nothing to do with race. Hold on. Just you wait. Because they say that has nothing to do with it. Tish in Tennessee, great. Because I will be showing that here in the next show or two. Okay, just so you know. And I do appreciate what you made. It was very touching, and I was very honored to be a part of that conversation or help inspire that conversation because we need to have more of those conversations. Real talk. Yes, Amanda. See, I hope the movie looks better visually. Okay, I don't know why but I hope it looks better visually too. Again, let me show it to you again. I mean, just this clip alone, and I know this is not like HD or anything. Let me make sure that's in HD. Boom. That's HD. Look how dark that is. So for me, when I look at it, I'm like, this is dark, y'all. This is hella dark. All right. Visually, very dark. And I get it. Again, under the sea, in the water, it is dark. But again, even Aquaman was bright as hell. Bright as hell. Hold up. Let me pull up some Aquaman real quick. Let's see a little bit of Aquaman. So I'm trying to find some underwater stuff. I mean, even this, and this is not like This is not HD at all as well. Let me see if I can get that HD. But look at this. Blammo. That's bright as, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here saying that they need to make a, Aquaman type of look, but look how bright that is. That's bright as hell. Look. And it's still got like, you know what I mean? There's still contrasts and all that stuff. There's still that vibe of all those, but you can tell what's going on. You can see what's going on. People, you know what I mean? This is all underwater. But they used a smart way of creating light, right? Using that ambient light in the shots with the lava or the fluorescent lighting and all that stuff. They did stuff with this to brighten the place up, right? Brighten the atmosphere up. But then you got this again. It's night and day, in my personal opinion. Literally, it's like, we just saw what it looked like in the day, and this is what it looks like at night, kind of thing. It's dark as hell, in my personal opinion. But like I said, teaser alone is not that good for me. But that does not mean her performance is bad. I think her performance is good, in my personal opinion. Okay. Just in my personal opinion. And I will say this, please, guys, please be be respectful in the chat. All right? Be respectful. Again, this is a fictional character that people are losing their minds over. Fictional character. Fictional character. I just want to say that. And let me also say this. Who's to say how she got the job? I don't know what the audition process was or if there was an audition process, but what if she was the best one? What if the right one won? And yet people are going, oh my gosh, because of this. I think it's ridiculous. And, Keisha, but like I said, I don't like the teaser. Looking forward to seeing the movie, and hopefully it's dope, right? But I know that there's a lot of people like Keisha and a lot of other people that are like, I love this teaser. This is so exciting, so on and so forth. And I'm glad you said that, Keisha, because there's a lot of other people, a lot of other kids that have reacted in such a wonderful and warming way that I want to show you guys. Now, this is just one TikToker guy putting in his 2 cents about this, but it's the compilation of the reactions that get me. All right, take a look.
Black. What the hell you gain out of making Little Mermaid black?
I think she's wrong. Is there a wish?
And I can't really play the music, unfortunately, but as you can see, these are all people, all black girls and black kids. There's black kids getting really excited. Going, oh my gosh. Yes. She's like me.
Watch that video and you still don't get it, then you're a white supremacist piece of shit. You ain't shit and ain't never gonna be shit. Said what the fuck I said.
Now, I will say this. I think it's a beautiful thing. Seeing the reactions of these little kids that are going, oh my gosh, she's black. Oh my gosh, she's like me. Do you know how many things when growing up that I wish that there were more content out there to say it's okay to be yourself, or yes, a black person can do this, or in a fantasy world, a black person can be king, a black person can be president. You see what I'm saying? Like, those are very rare and few and far between. Very rare that you saw stuff like this. Period. To me, this tugs at my heartstrings more than the actual trailer. Because there's other kids out here that are getting something that I didn't get when I was a kid. that a lot of us didn't get as kids. And I'm not just saying black. I'm saying every person of color. All right? There weren't many stories out there. Yes, you'd have a Disney movie, that one TV show, or so on and so forth, but there wasn't that much diversity. You didn't get that much diversity. And now you got these kids that are all excited, moved, surprised, going, wow. I could actually be, I can do that too. I think that's powerful. And I think that's moving as hell. Again, this is a Disney movie, and people are losing their damn minds over the fact that this girl happens to be a person of color. You don't believe me? Well, let me show you something. Let me show you a little something. As much as, oh no, it's not about that. It's more than that. It's more than that. I'm sorry, y'all. Shoot, if I lose subscribers over this, I don't care. Because there are people that are willing to do some ridiculous stuff out here over a Disney character. Mind you, you can go to Disneyland or Disney World or any of those places too, and you see Black Cinderellas, you see Black Snow Whites, you see other races, people of color portraying those characters in live action. You see them at the parks wearing these costumes. Why aren't they doing, pitchforks and flaming torches trying to burn the mother lover down for that? But then suddenly, Little Mermaid, come on. Little Mermaid, y'all, come on, man. Like I said before, there's so many other things to fight for out here in these streets, for our country or for this world. And people are choosing to die on this hill when there's plenty of other things to fight for. Just saying. But I'm going to show you. People were very excited. Kids were very excited about that. Boom. So moved. The reaction of those kids moved me, right? Because damn, I wish I had that when I was a kid. Seeing those things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anything's possible. I can do these things too. That's all we want as kids. Knowing that anything is possible, right? But then again, people are sitting there going, oh, it's not about the trailer. Or, sorry, it is just the trailer. It's just the trailer, y'all. That's why I'm giving out the 2 million dislikes. It's because of the trailer. Well, I beg to differ. Halle Bailey turns white in Little Mermaid remake video altered by AI. Somebody went into Twitter, went to their AI program, and changed Halle Bailey in the trailer to be white. They flipped the script, changed everything. Changed everything. Changed her whole race. Yet people are sitting here saying, no, it ain't about race. It's just the trailer. Come on, y'all. I call BS. I'm sorry. I was born in the day, but I wasn't born yesterday. And when you see stuff like this, which I'm going to show you guys very shortly, but when you see stuff like this, it makes you think otherwise. And it makes you think, why? Why would somebody go out of their way to do this kind of BS? It's heartbreaking. Not only is it racist, which it clearly is in my personal opinion, It's also heartbreaking. I'll be right back in 29 seconds. See you in a minute. I wanted to create something that we could wear to start a very important conversation about mental health and remind those that are lost in the dark that we're here to guide them towards the light. Suicide has taken so many of our loved ones, and it needs to stop. My hope is by wearing these t-shirts and hoodies, we can stop these tragedies and start some conversations. Remember, you are not alone. Yes, remember you are not alone. Please go over to pascalmerch.com. Check out these hoodies and these sweatshirts, or these hoodies and these t-shirts that are available right now. We are raising some money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Please go over there, buy a t-shirt, buy one of these fantastic hoodies, and the t-shirts are fantastic as well. A lot of y'all have been receiving your merch already and saying how dope the and how soft the t-shirts are and how good they look. Let's keep it real. They look fantastic. So please go over to pascalmerch.com. Check those out. I also got some other hoodies and t-shirts readily available on the site right now as we speak. So go check it out, buy you something, and get that wrapped all over your body. Okay? Anyway, we got to get into this. I just showed it to you guys that they have literally changed. Somebody went out of their way and used AI to change the actual look of Halle Bailey in the movie. Made her look Caucasian, okay? Or of Caucasian descent. Let's just say that. All right? And of course, a lot of people, like myself, are just absolutely floored. Just absolutely floored by the video itself, which we're going to look at here very, very shortly. But I wanted to show you guys just a little bit of this, okay? Whoever decided to let AI create entertainment knew that it would cause massive issues. People all over the internet have been throwing random image requests from AI intelligence or artificial intelligence, and the result is something quite horrifying. The same can be said for AI generated videos, which we've seen some of those. You know, there's like deep fakes and all this stuff that actually do exist all throughout the internet. Everything from, fun little stupid things where where you can be in famous movies and be in famous scenes of like Aquaman to like Footloose or something like that. And then, other things as dark as P-Hub and stuff like that too, which is it's getting very dangerous in my personal opinion. But let's continue here. Well, someone decided to allow artificial intelligence to transform Halle Bailey into a white woman for the Little Mermaid live action remake. You can see this AI generated video above, which I'm going to show you guys here just in a second. The film has been surrounded with controversy as people oddly take issue with Ariel not being white in this new live action remake. Fans on Twitter have been coming to the defense of Bailey, as they should be. As they should be. Okay? So we're going to look at because there's obviously Twitter reactions and all that, which we are going to look at Twitter reactions. But this is very dark, period. Okay? But this, I can't play the actual audio of it, but you can at least see for yourself the video of them actually changing all of her features. Her everything into a white Ariel. And again, some people out here are going, oh no, it's not. It's just because the trailer sucks, man. Somebody went out of their way to do this. Took their time, however long it took, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, or 500 hours. It don't matter. Somebody took the time to make this. And that says something. It sends a message. A very messed up and racist message, in my personal opinion. Let's take a look at this video. I'm not playing the audio, of course, but you can see it's just a few seconds long. But look at her. Look at Halle Bailey at the bottom. And then you got AI version of what somebody went out of the way to say, this is how she should look like. Yeah, the reason why I'm quiet is because I'm just letting this sink down to the marrow. You know what I mean? I want this to soak all up in them, get it all the way down to the plums, all the way down to the nether regions. This is disturbing, heartbreaking, disgusting, and it shows what really the internet really feels about Halle Bailey portraying Ariel in this remake of The Little Mermaid. Again, y'all, this is disturbing as hell. And I'm hearing people going, oh, why did they have to dye her hair? Or why she got a red-haired lace front or whatever the hell she got on? Whether she dyed her hair or she's wearing a wig, it don't matter. There are plenty of other people, plenty of other actresses and actors that wear wigs all the live long day that aren't their natural color. Like I said, they're grasping at bloody straws, and it's frustrating to me. But the fact that the internet, I'm not going to sit here and say the internet, okay? But I'm just saying people in the internet, some person took the time to do this, and some people were applauding this. Some people are like, yes, this is how it's supposed to be. No, y'all. No, sir. That ain't right. That is not right. And I've seen other things where people are putting like Ryan Gosling's face on Chadwick Boseman's body as Black Panther, going, oh, well, you might as well start just doing this. That's not the same thing. It's not. It's not. It's not. Just as much as we keep thinking, or for me, it's like as much as I think that we have progressed, I keep thinking we keep taking, like as soon as we take like 3 steps forward, we take like 5 steps back. You see what I'm saying? As much as I keep thinking in my mind, we've made some progression, right? We've made some progress. There's also moments like this that tell me maybe not all the way. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Let me show you guys a little bit of these reactions here. This is a really good one. Somebody on here said, so you prefer the CGI Uncanny Valley. I prefer the woman with talent. I said that too. What if she went through a slew of auditions and she was the best one with the best voice, the best look? What if they had so much debate going on? What if there was so much debate going on in the casting room, in the production room, where they're sitting there, they're fighting tooth and nail. It's up to 2 different people, Halle Bailey on one side and another woman, another actress, another talented one that might fit exactly what Disney is all about as far as Ariel, like somebody who looks like a Disney character in real life, right? And is white, okay? And all they have to do is put on, maybe she's blonde, and all they have to do is put on a red wig on her head, and she'd be Ariel. And what if they fought tooth and nail about it? And there was just something about Halle Bailey that stood out, where she just destroyed it, and she was just the best one. People like to forget that. People like to forget that. And she can sing. All right. She's a talented girl. She's a talented woman. I say, let this woman shine. Let her have her moment in the sun, and let's see how she is, how good she is. And if she's not good, then that's another conversation. All right. It's a mermaid, though, a creature of myth and fairy tale. Yes. 110%. I mean, yo, I'm going to show you guys some more stuff because this is just ridiculous. Okay. All right. This is just absolutely ridiculous. But this it's a mythical creature. Okay. A mythical creature. Okay, then this article says we are not sure if this is some sort of support or hatred for Halle Bailey in The Little Mermaid. Come on, that's the stupidest line I've ever read. Of course, this is about it. It's some sort of hatred. Come on. Oh, we love her so much we're gonna put a white features on her face. The hell? Mermaids are mythical creatures, so they should be able to be portrayed by anyone. No one knows how mermaids looked, so let Bailey shine. I absolutely agree. The first one is AI generated. Both look so realistic. To me, I don't know about y'all, but looking at that video, it looks AI as hell. It looks like a Disney character. It looks like a Pixar character, okay? Period. We might not have been watching the same video. The AI generated video does not look. Whoever wrote this article agrees with me at least on that one. Okay. Make the fixed movie available on torrent sites. That's what somebody said. Make the fixed movie available on torrent sites. This is somebody reacting to it here. Have mercy. This is hero level ish. Every redhead I knew growing up loved Ariel, and they knew this. So somebody said yes, because there are no black gingers. There are no black redhead people. That don't make no sense. So yes, you just did something. You just did one for us, man. That's some real hero level ish. All the other white redheads in the world are going to feel good again because they grew up feeling like, oh, I can be beautiful and dope because of Ariel. Okay, that's great. But you have that movie. They're trying something new. And again, there are black gingers in the world. And I don't understand why people are losing their minds over this. Somebody said Halle has red hair in the movie. She's a ginger. Black people can have red hair. And here's just a few samples of black people with red hair. So it's funny that this guy right here looks like one of my boys right here. That's hilarious. And he's got red hair. Real talk. Red hair. He got that close beard and everything just like that. That's hilarious. Real talk. There are black people with red hair people. For those of y'all in the nosebleed seats that don't know about that, they do exist. And even so, that shouldn't even matter. Like I said, they're going, but the wind. It's the wind though. But the red hair though. But like, who cares? It doesn't even matter. If Ariel had purple hair, her character was purple hair. Who cares? Because you know for a fact, it's not like they would sit there and go, imagine the casting system, like the casting process of this movie. And they're going, I'm going to pull this back up so you guys see this. Okay. Say that the girl up on top, the AI version, actually is a girl that auditioned. Okay. Looks a lot like this, so on and so forth. They're in the audition process and they're looking at a bunch of people and they're like, oh, and it's forget Halle Bailey's even in the audition process. They're looking for white women to play Ariel. And then all of a sudden, these girls come in and they go, they're all talented. They're singing their asses off. They can sing. You know what I mean? Sing. Okay. They're doing all this stuff. They look like Disney characters and everything. All of them have blonde and black hair. So then, of course, the casting director goes, I'm so sorry. They're so talented, but they don't have red hair. We need a natural redhead. We need a natural redhead that can sing and looks gorgeous. Do you think they're really doing that? Hell no. They're going to the best person, and it doesn't matter if she got black hair or blonde hair. They're going to sit there and go, it's going to be all right. We either going to dye your hair or we going to give you a wig. Let's go. That's it. So they did the same thing for Halle Bailey. Who gives a damn? But everyone's like, like, who cares? Oh my God. They found the best woman for the job, I hope. And they gave her the gig. Now it all goes down to if she's going to kick ass and take some mother-loving damn names in this part. And I hope she does. Hopefully her performance is amazing, and it's just the production that sucks. But for everyone, I'm sorry, it gets me weak every time. Like, just let it be. just let it be. Okay, somebody needs to remix that. Anyway, just let it be. Okay. This Twitter user decide. Oh, let me put this up so you guys can see this. All right. But her hair, though. But her hair. There are plenty of red-headed black children out here in these streets. All right. Don't get it twisted. This Twitter user decided to reinforce our point. Red hair is certainly not only for people that are Caucasian. Halle Bailey, okay, in Little Mermaid, it's going to be great. The internet is always going to be divided into casting announcements. That is always the case. But to think that a certain character should remain a certain race based on older versions is not how we move forward. All the films and shows that have changed the race of characters are certainly within their right to do so. These are fictional characters, so what does it matter what color their skin happens to be? We are more than happy to see how Halle Bailey does it in The Little Mermaid. She has an incredible voice and has shown that she can certainly showcase her acting skills as well. We are excited about the new film, and I'm excited to see what she does. You see what I'm saying? I'm excited to see what she does with this film. I hope she kicks ass. I hope she seriously kicks ass. All right? And I get it. I hear, not get it, but I hear a lot of people that are losing their minds over other remakes of shows and, making it a whole black family instead of a white family, or, like the Wonder Years, they recast it. They did a whole remake of the Wonder Years to be a black family going through the 70s or 60s and 70s or something like that, instead of it being a white family. They wanted to change it, show a different side of the story. What's the big bloody deal? There was already Wonder Years with Fred Savage, okay? There was already that. So why not do something a little bit different and show a different side of the 70s told through the eyes of a young black kid in a black family? What's the big deal of that? And I get a lot of people are saying, they go, well, then just make your own stuff. Okay, fine. But at the same time, they decided to take it a different route so that there's a different story to be told. Because there was a lot of things, even still to this day, that a story told in the eyes of a black kid or through the eyes of a black family about how the world was changing at that time, so on and so forth, that they're not depicting or showing on TV right now during that time. Yeah, sure, they could have called it something else. Okay? They could have called it something completely different. But they decided to do a remake with that show, with that type of perspective. And I think that's a powerful thing. This would be different if this was like an historical character or a historical figure, taking JFK and having JFK portrayed as a black person. I can see the uproar. I can see the backlash and the response, the negative response. I get that, right? Or Martin Luther King being portrayed as a white man. What the hell? See, even me, I'm going, what the hell? What kind of crack are you all smoking? I get that. But when it comes to fictional characters, mythical, magical, fictional characters that actually do not exist at all, they should be able to be portrayed by any race that they deem talented and fit for the job. Again, what matters to me too, more than anything, is this. Is the reaction of the little kids that are going to be the ones consuming the movie. Are they teleported off into a new world, into Storyland? Are they being uplifted? Are they being inspired, being realized that they can do anything, that they could be Ariel, that they could be a princess, that they can make believe and let their minds just expand and be anything that they ever wanted to be? Isn't that what we want for our children of all races? To realize that anything is possible? Because I tell you this one really got me. This one right here. The reason why this is a much older woman. All right. But her reaction, I'm just blowing it up so you guys can see a little bit better. But her reaction says a lot about a lot of Black adults now, what their childhoods were like. That feeling of they can't truly be themselves. They truly can't fully dream, that there are limitations to the dreams that they want to have. And yes, I get it. Having a dream of being a princess. Yes, I understand. It's not realistic for most. But the ability and the freedom to be able to have that access to dream that. There's a lot of Black kids and a lot of Black adults that don't get that. Instantly, those dreams, those ideas are snuffed out, because growing up, it'd be like, oh, I'm Black. There ain't no way that there's going to be a Black princess, or there's no way there's going to be a Black Little Mermaid, or any of those dreams that we may have. Because I've heard stories like this. Girls want to dress up as a particular character and they can't even dress up like that character because they got friends around them being like, oh, well, that character white though, girl. You gonna play? There ain't no white Ariel. You're going to be a mermaid for Halloween, whatever it is. And it's like, that's the character that spoke to me type thing. This is real. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes and being like, oh, whatever, but there are some people, some kids out here. Shoot, let's even drag it out of fantasy and drag it into anything else. Let's just say sports. Say you got a little Black kid that really wants to, back in the day, I mean, things are different now, but say a little Black kid that wants to go and play tennis, and they're actually pretty good at it. But all they do is get ridiculed and made fun of, because they'll sit there and say, oh, no. Pfft, you want to be one of the best? Come on, bro. Tennis is a white sport. There ain't no way you can be that. Instantly, they're getting hit by these barriers of being able to dream whatever the hell they want to dream. Obviously, things have changed now. Tiger Woods in golf. You got the Williams sisters in tennis, so on and so forth. But hey, there's a lot of kids out here that want to expand and do some things, break racial barriers in certain things other than just sports. But will get snuffed, pushed down. Those dreams will get shut down because of what society says they can and cannot do because of the color of their skin. It's heartbreaking. But then you see stuff like this. And you see little kids getting super freaking excited. You know, super excited. Because maybe something that they never thought would ever be realized actually did. And now they think, I could be anything too. I know some of y'all are not going to agree with me, but I know some of y'all do. Let me go into some of these super chats. I see a bunch of them. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. But again, I will say this. It's a fictional, mythical, magical character that could be portrayed by anyone. Anyone. I just want to say that too. Tish in Tennessee, thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate it. I don't remember this drama with Jason Momoa and Aquaman. I think you're referring to Amber Heard stuff, which is a whole other conversation in itself, for sure. Let's continue. We got some more, I think. Hold on. There's Tish. I think I may have forgot. Oh, there's one. Cherie D. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Thank you so much for the 10. Thank you. Doesn't it feel subliminal? The whole plot behind the Little Mermaid is that she's yearning to be a part of a world that she's otherwise forsaken from. I could just be digging too deep. In fact, it's funny because the way I look at it, and that's that. No. I mean, it's interesting, yearning to be a part of a world that she can't go to, so on and so forth. In a comical sense, I was looking at it because, of course, she's part of royalty in the sea and all that stuff. And it was like the way I looked at it in a way was her trying to slum it, like her trying to go slumming. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but they're like, how dare you go over there? The Earth and humans are trash. We are the elite. And now you want to go slumming with some dude on Earth, some Earth dweller. But that's the way I looked at it in a comical sense. But yes, outside of funny, yes, it is. She's. I don't think you're digging too deep. I'll say that. I really don't think you're digging too deep at all. I think that I think this is maybe one of the things that they're trying to do. And maybe that's something that they'll emphasize or tap on or bring up a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, I hope that they stick to the script, but there are some things that they can do visually to get a point across without actually drilling it over the head. You know what I mean? And driving people nuts or making people go, oh, it's a super woke movie. Oh my God, the woke mob. Because I'm seeing all that too. Oh, go woke and go broke kind of thing. And I'm going, hey, there's got to be an opportunity for us to tell stories differently. There's got to be. Can't always just be the same thing over and over and over again. We got to try something else. And also, I'll sit here and say this too. Not everything has to be the same-ish. So like this remake, great. Do the remake, but make some original content. Make something different. Damn. Make some new content. Let's see. The Black Unfold. Thank you so much for the 5. Remember when Annie came out and Target Oh, remember when Annie came out and Target used a white kid model for their promos? I don't remember that. Remember when Annie came out and Target used a white kid model for their promos? I don't remember that. But that's the other thing. I don't know if Annie's a Disney movie, but another movie that was remade, right? With a black cast. And then I think Harry Connick Jr. was still I forgot the characters' names, but the bald guy. He played the bald guy in the movie. I forgot his name. But it was all mostly black cast. No one was tripping over that. And it was a black Annie back then. Candace, thank you so much for the 5. Sad when you're accustomed to privilege, equality, diversity feels like oppression. However, when you're used to oppression, equality, diversity, it's hope. Interesting. Facts. Sorry, I'm just letting that one sink in. That's deep. That is deep. Level up, Jess. Level up, Jess. Thank you so much for the 5. It's crazy how everyone turns into little fans all of a sudden. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And get hurt over skin color of a character. Exactly. They're like, bah! You know what I mean? All this the purists. How dare you? And it's like, yo, it's a movie. And she might be really good. So just let it be and let her be dope. Hopefully. I'm hoping she's going to be dope. I really do hope she's going to be dope. But people are really riding this and trying to turn this into something that is not. Okay, so the Black Wizard of Oz, but they called it The Wiz. Mary J, they did. Black Wizard of Oz, they called it The Wiz. But it was no one, but it was different music, you know? Get on down the road. Like, it was a totally different thing, right? And it was fire. Come on, man. You can't even, like, it was fire. The Wiz was so damn good. So damn good. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, if I'm correct. I'm going back into the recesses of my mind here. All right. But damn, movie was fire. But completely different show. Same premise, different music. And that movie, that musical was fire. Okay? Fire. But yes, that whole thing was fire. Hold up. Dragonflies, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. That's a long time. So thank you so much. Pascal, love The Little Mermaid growing up, and we'll be watching the remake. Love your video. Sending love and light your way. Smiley face. Thank you so much, Dragonfly Kisses. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much for your support for the past 2 months. Again, you guys can go down to get on down to the join button down below. Hit that join button. You can become a member right now. Please support the channel in any way you can by hitting that like button down below. All right. Send it past 400 likes. That would really mean a lot to me. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. Okay. Hit it. Hit that subscribe button. All right. Dear Dana, thank you so much for the 5. People need to be considered. People at this point in the world. People need to be considered people at this point in the world. We are all souls. People need to work on being good humans, period. Yes, I agree. Like, I feel like instead of it just being, they're not even looking past, they're not even looking past her skin color. They're looking at that, and that's it. They don't care if she has talent or not. You know, for me, you know, I don't like the trailer. I just don't like the trailer. I'm interested to see how she portrays the character. That's what I want to see more than anything in the world. More than anything in the world, I want to see that. Okay? I want to see how well she performs. And then, hopefully the production does very well. Like they do better because they really need to work on the production side of things. And maybe that teaser was a nice wake-up call for them in realizing, okay, we need to add more. We need to brighten things up. It needs to be a brighter movie because people are going to fall asleep if it's that dark. And I get the whole idea of it's got to be realistic. It's live action. It's got to be realistic. But they also got to realize that it's Disney and it's a children's musical. Kids are going to want to watch something that's bright, flashy, in their face. They're not going to want to watch something that's them doing this the entire time. What was that, a fish? I think that was Mama, was that a fish? Wait, that was Ariel? That was her singing? Like that's not gangsta. Okay? That's just not gangsta. So, I will say that. Okay? And I get it. People upset. Fine. Be upset. But plenty things going on in the world and yeah. Being upset and dying on a hill on this is just ridiculous in my personal opinion. Debbie has been a member. What's up, girl? She's one of my day ones. Thank you so much for being a member for the past 8 months. I appreciate you, Debbie. Pascal, your chat would love to call in. Oh, dear God. I'll do a call in just for a few seconds, just for a few moments. All right. Hold on 1 second. This thing's tripping. 1 second before the phone lines are not open yet. Give me 2 seconds. Excuse me. Give me 2 seconds before I do all that. All right. Because I know a lot of y'all are going to want to call like right now. And I will open up the thing, but oh my dear Lord. Trolls will be hung up on fast. I'm just saying that really fast. I don't care. You start to disrespect, you start to say anything crazy, I'm hanging up. I will not be a nice guy. All right? I'm just giving you guys fair warning. Now, you're allowed to speak your opinion if you disagree, etc. But if you start trolling, you start saying something that's rude and messed up, I'm going to have you kick rocks real fast. Because there's too much ridiculousness and people are too upset about these things. All right. So, 1 second, guys. 1 second. What the heck? All right. So, because I don't trust some people out here, some other lovers like to do crazy stuff, I'm only opening the phone lines. All right. So, phone line is up and running right now as we speak. The number is 314-766-4581. You can call. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Be respectful or I hang up on your ass. That's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. So the number is pinned to the top. Okay. Pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube right now. So go ahead and give it a call. Oh, there's one right there. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Tish in Tennessee.
Hey, Tish in Tennessee. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I am very, very good. Thank you so much for calling in. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
This makes me insane.
Explain, please.
I mean, it doesn't matter as far as race, what race the character is. And you want people that all kids can look up at. And I'm thinking all the ones that are doing all this dislike crap on Twitter, are all adults. They're not kids. Kids are going to they'll watch the movie and love it.
Right. That's what should matter.
So, Yeah, the biggest thing, that I've always had with it is that whole changing yourself to be part of something. That does bother me about that one.
Wait, what bothers you? Say that again.
The changing yourself to be part of a world. Like she gives up her family, she gives up her identity.
Right.
That bothers me. It's always bothered me. But
Yeah.
aside from that, I mean, give the girl a chance. Everybody who's saying they're not going to go see it because they're mad at Disney, go see it, because if you don't, then they're going to blame it on this girl if the movie doesn't do well.
That's, I think, the whole purpose of it too. If you really think about it, like if you think about it for a second, the possibility of them boycotting and not going and seeing this movie, maybe they're in hopes that they do that so that they never do something like this ever again. So that they sit there and go, oh, well, going outside and, changing the race. Now, if we do that, we can't do that ever again because we didn't make any money off of this movie that we spent hundreds of millions of dollars on. So I could definitely see them doing something like a boycott specifically to try to screw up the future for a lot of other movies, which is very, very sad in my personal opinion too.
Well, and not just that, this girl deserves to get a chance before she's even out of the gate, and the money she makes on the residuals of the movie being played.
Yeah.
So
I'm
thank
sure
you, Pascal, for what you do.
Thank you.
I said, we need to go see it because we need to support her and what she's doing, regardless of what we feel about with Disney.
Right. Yeah, I'm hopeful it'll be a good turnout. But thank you so much, Tish.
I hope so too. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Pascal. It's Catherine. I'm calling from Victoria, BC, Canada.
Hey, Catherine. How you doing? Thank you so much for calling in. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Well, I just called in because I'm glad to catch you on the live, but I'm seeing that this crazy things about the beautiful actress from The Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finding that it's just blowing out of proportion. I know that Camelot 331 Cody put out a picture of something to do with the creature from Ice Age. And that's when it all started about 4 days ago. And he was just being a goof. He was just trying to make a stupid, because it was a pose. It had nothing to do with anything to do with skin color or anything like that. And I have a question. When did mermaids become real people? I don't understand why people are making a fictional character into something like this. We should be enjoying just the movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, that's what the movies are supposed to do, right? It's supposed to take you to another place, make you turn off your brain, think about other things, and put all your worries aside for that 90 minutes to 3 hour type of thing. But instead, everyone's so wrapped up on this, and it's like, there's so much that we could be fighting over. There's so much that we could be talking about. The race of Ariel should not even bloody matter unless it was a historical figure. If this was like Joan of Arc, okay, I get it. Okay, I can get that.
Right.
But let them tell the story and let her go up there and perform, and hopefully it is fire. Hopefully it's amazing.
Exactly.
And that's what
it looks like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said,
I do too.
It's super dark, but in my personal opinion, this could be fantastic, right?
It could be, and I think people need to just relax. Everybody's jumping on everything just after this pandemic, and we're just trying to get through everything. People need to just calm down, take it down a few notches,
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. But Catherine,
and I just wanted to say quickly, Pascal, thank you for everything. Love your hoodies, love your merch.
Thank you.
Amazing stuff.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say, I want to be one of the ones to help out, because with the people you're talking about, helping out in your community and the people you see around that are needing help, that are hungry and things like that. You reached out, one of your lives a couple of days ago and spoke on it. And I thought I would love to get in on something like that. I'd love to support a channel that's helping other people.
Thank you.
So please keep us informed.
I will. I most definitely will. I'm working on some things, and
Great.
I'll probably be doing that, having that discussion with you guys on the next live for sure. But Catherine, I appreciate you saying all that, and I appreciate your support. Seriously, I really, really do.
Thank you, and thanks for everything you do.
Of course.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
That was sweet. We had a couple other. Oh, here's another one. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Pascal. It's Kisha, and I'm calling from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Hello.
Hi. I am so glad you talked about this today because I've been seeing so much uproar on the internet about it, and it just broke my heart because when I saw the trailer, I'm one of the people who loved it, and I loved it because, first of all, that was an amazing movie as a child, as a young person to see, and then now seeing the live action, and she's Black, is even better for me because it brings it full circle. I can remember being that little kid and watching her, but I think people are missing a couple points. Yes, mermaids are fictional and they are folklore, and they're not only folklore in Europe, they are folklore in Africa, in Nigeria, in South Africa. They have mermaid stories, and they are indeed Black. Not that it even matters, but it is true. And then I heard people saying, oh, scientifically, she couldn't be Black because it's in the deepest parts of the ocean and it's dark, so she would definitely be white. Well, these are sea creatures, not humans. And some of the darkest sea creatures live in the darkest, deepest parts of the ocean. So that scientifically makes no sense at all. And it's a fictional character, once again. These things just really just make me so sad because we teach our children these things and they hear them and then they go about repeating them and starting these horrible feelings to well up inside that turns into all the isms and the bigotry and whatever else. And it hurts me so much because being a Black woman who was a Black girl, I remember not seeing representation and being so excited when the Cosby Show came on.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And the last thing I'm going to mention is, we have lots of shows that were on TV, especially when I was a child, and the original actual human being was Black that the show was written about, but they were played on TV by white people. The Lone Ranger is based on Bass Reeves. He was a Black U.S. Marshal in the West. Yes, they had them. Not many, but they had them. And the Lone Ranger on TV is white. And Tonto was played by a white man in blackface, basically. And Tonto was an actual mixed Black and Indian gunfighter.
Yep.
So he didn't even dress the way Tonto dressed in The Lone Ranger. The other thing is, even in like fictional shows like the Gods of Egypt, Egyptians are Black, their gods were Black. But in that show, most of the gods were white, and nobody was upset about that. I mean, and not that we should be, but the truth is, if you're not upset about that, why are you upset about The Little Mermaid?
Thank you.
You're not upset about The Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. He's not Arab,
No, he's
We're
not.
not upset about West. I'm sorry?
No, I said no, he's not. Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, he isn't. Yeah, and he did a great job. I'm not saying he shouldn't have had the job. He definitely should. But I'm saying it's a TV show. If you're not mad about that, get off all this foolishness about The Little Mermaid. They did it in West Side Story. West Side Story, Maria is a Puerto Rican girl, and Natalie Wood is white. Nobody's mad about that. Again, Imitation of Light. The character was a mixed Black woman, and it was played by a white woman. So we just need to get off our soapbox and let people live. Halle Bailey is doing a great job. She is so beautiful. Her voice is angelic, like literally angelic. Her features are ethereal. You're looking for a pixie, an elf, a goddess, whatever. She can play all of those parts I'm not even going to the acting yet because I haven't seen her act in The Little Mermaid,
Right.
but I've heard her voice and I've seen her physically. She has it. She has it in spades. So we just need to let her be. And when people start with their foolishness, just mention some of these points and we'll be all right.
Yeah, you just dropped all kinds of crazy facts. Nothing but facts. Drop the mic on that one. But yeah, I was gonna even say, it just reminded me. I'm Haitian, and there's a lot of Haitians that still believe that there are mermaids out. So it's still part of Haitian folklore as well. You know what I mean? It's still part of that.
I'm
People
so
are
glad
still
you
sitting
said that
there.
because I'm from St. Thomas. And we believe in zombies. I mean, like, not really believe, but that's part of our folklore. Their
Yep.
spirit,
Yeah.
and people talk about and zombies. That's an African actually folklore that now exists everywhere. I've never seen really basically most of the movies until recently don't have one black zombie.
Thank you. See what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that makes no sense. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
come on now. Like let's. If you're bending the rules over here, it's okay to bend just a little bit over here too. And
But
again,
I'm just saying how
there's no
ridiculous
bending.
it is. Why bend anything? Let people be.
Right. Like this just let her do her thing. But again,
Yeah.
thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. So
Thanks. Bye, Pascal.
talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay.
Nothing but truth bombs right there, y'all. Nothing but just straight up bombs of knowledge. Let's see this one. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, I am calling from Pennsylvania. Why is there an echo?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't have an echo over here.
That's weird. I can hear myself. It's very bothersome.
It might be a bad connection. But what's your name?
My name's Katie, and I am calling from Pennsylvania.
Katie. Okay. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
Do I have to keep my language PG?
I would try to, yes.
Okay. So I was in the comments. This really hit a nerve with me. I'm kind of going to speak on the more like sociological perspective and why this is such a big deal and why this is such a problem. It is because white people cannot cope without being the center of attention. They can't deal with it. And they just have outrage that anything that doesn't revolve around them, it's just even, when I'm on TikTok, and I was on TikTok yesterday, and I was going through, and then I started to see some stuff, and I made a really swearing, ranting kind of video about this. But I don't know, man. It makes me really, really angry, and I can't swear and I can't say stuff like that.
It's okay.
But besides all, what was that?
I said it's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So to try and just reel it back in a little bit, when Black Panther came out, the face and the expression that I saw on my husband is exactly the facial expression that is on all of these girls, these little black and brown girls that you see on TikTok.
Yeah.
Representation matters. It matters so much because you're absolutely right when you said it earlier. You are limited. If you are a person of color, you are limited in what you can see yourself as, be it a newscaster or a scientist. And although we've come really far, it's still really limited. And every girl, even if it's unrealistic, wants to be some type of princess, obviously.
Of course.
Just like boys want to be superheroes. So I just think that the reactions from white people is really appalling. It's really appalling. And I don't know. I just like that you really spoke about representation, because we can never change the future, until we really start. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Sorry.
No, you're good. And I hear you 110%. Yeah, I mean, mostly it is about the representation, right? It is about how our children are looking at their own futures and realizing what they can and cannot do, or what limitations that they learn about quickly, because a lot of kids learn quickly that they're, unfortunately, I think that there are limitations to their dreams, and dreams are supposed to be limitless. Dreams are supposed to be where you can think and do and believe that you can do anything and everything that you want. And it's frustrating that a lot of us growing up didn't have those types of opportunities to realize anything, to imagine anything. There would always be something to push us down. And so, I see something like these kids who are going, wow. And in my mind, it's like we pretty much, like that trailer alone opening up a portal in their minds of like, oh my God, wait a second. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, anything's possible. And I know that sounds so stupid and cheesy and all that stuff, but at the same time, that's what I was thinking in my own mind. You know what I mean? Like, they just opened up a new portal to a whole new dimension for these kids. And I think that's dope as hell.
I know they see themselves, and I have you on my laptop, and I'm seeing the comments. I'm not trying to categorize all white people. No. I'm white. I'm not. I just don't want to consistently say racist or microaggressional white people. So I'm not categorizing all white people. I'm really not. I'm just saying the ones that err on. But it did, just like, when Black Panther came out, it just opened up this broad thing. And just as kind of a PSA to anybody who hears this, who's not part of this white people, please stop saying to your children or to other people that you don't see color. Like, I'm over it. I'm really over it. Black and brown babies and children see their color. They do. And when you say that you don't want to see color, I just find it really insulting. Mm-hmm. And so I've heard a lot of backlash in comment sections that when you see these, beautiful videos of these kids reacting, and they're like, she's brown like me. Oh my gosh, she's black. They're like, oh, well, of course she knows, that they're black because their parents teach them they're black. Of course, you have to. But it's kind of like the alternate side of, please just stop saying that. Like the I don't see color is so disgusting to me. It is just really insulting to the past struggles, the current struggles, the future, what you can dream about, what you cannot dream about, how you're going to be perceived out in school or work or anywhere. I think that needs to end. And I just wanted to say it on a larger scale than, my 300 TikTok followers.
Yeah, no, you ain't wrong with that. And the thing is yeah, so they're learning about color, the race and all that stuff, not only just from their parents, but it's also just in society. Like, they're going out there and it's, maybe they experience racism for the first time, or they get into some weird encounter with another kid and the kid's treating them differently. They don't understand why. There's certain things, unfortunately, that the world is going to perceive that these kids as racism exists. Racists are among us, and it's unfortunate that a lot of kids have to learn it that way. But one thing I want to say, though, too, is, man, I'm a grown ass man. But when I saw Black Panther, I teared up. The first Black Panther trailer ever. I teared up because I was like, oh my God.
So did my husband.
You know what I mean?
So did my husband. My husband,
trailer.
Yeah. No, my husband's a 42-year-old black man, and he saw it, and he was like, oh my God, you don't know what this means to me. And I'm like, I don't, but I'm here for this. Yeah. And, oh yeah.
I was with it. I was for it. I was first in line. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this movie. Blah, blah, blah. I was excited. I was like, first Marvel movie that I've seen in a very long time that I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this. It's going to be fire. And it was. Yeah. The experience was absolutely amazing. But that's the thing. It something that I never thought I'd ever see was Black Panther on the big screen. And it did so well. And people reacted and all that. And that's why I think is going to happen with this movie too. There's going to be people who are just going to boycott and say hail to Nah. And then there's going to be people who go in there in droves and support. And hopefully it's a wonderful experience. But thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for your show. I watch it a lot. Just as a kind of funny side note,
Sure.
I play you around my kids because, you generally keep it fairly clean. And my daughter giggles because a lot of the same sayings her dad says. and she finds them hysterical. She's like, "Oh, he said screech," and so you're part of our family. I homeschool my kids. You're a part of our family. They hear you. Oh, you listen to Pascal? I am. So
Wow.
keep up the great work. I appreciate it.
Sweetheart. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that's sweet. Well, then, hi to all the family that's listening right now over there. I appreciate it. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello.
How you doing, my brother?
Chillin', man. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So my name is Donovan. I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay, Donovan from Ohio. What's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
So it's funny to me that we have this like hyper over exaggeration about a fictional character, that the story, the originality of the story was so dark, and so like the ending was so sad, and then you have now a black female playing Ariel that is fictional, and everyone is losing their mind. And I feel like it's so disheartening to see someone of my color that represents my sisters growing up, that know every word to every song in the first Ariel movie that we watched over and over and over when we were young.
Did we though?
It makes me sad.
It does make me sad too, man. I mean, it does make me sad, because this is the thing. Now we see that it's so far. I get so frustrated about these things, because we still live in this world. And I said it earlier, as much as I feel like we have progressed and moved on, I keep feeling like we've taken several steps back. And I know that still, even so, my reaction is over even myself. I'm reacting over a damn Disney movie. But the fact that I have to even make this video, the fact that we have to do a live, says a lot about how society is reacting to this, and how they're going out of their way to do disgusting things, just heartbreaking things, like putting whiteface on Halle Bailey's face just so that they can feel a little bit better, just so they can sleep at night. It's weird to me.
And the final part I wanted to say is that the story is about love. It's about fighting for love, even to the point where you forsake what daddy thinks, and you forsake what others around you think, because you want to be who you want to be with, and you want to love who you want to love with. And it's a love story. And that's some of the greatest stories that can be told to uplift people. And it's marred in this racism that you would think would have been long past now, especially for a fictional character. So it just, I'm gonna watch the movie like 3 times, to be honest. So
shoot, I'm with you. I mean, I need to see one more trailer. Like, I need to see an actual trailer to see if it's gonna drag me in. But if it is dope, like if it is fire, the trailer, then for a fact I'm gonna be sitting front row seat, popcorn, ready to go. You see what I'm saying?
One more thing, I didn't agree with you with the darkness of it, because in the context of that particular teaser trailer, if you remember in the original cartoon, she was in a shipwreckage. So it's that little cracks in the ship that would give it sunlight, but overall it was supposed to be dark because she's in a shipwreckage, so sunlight wasn't really coming in.
Right.
So that's the only thing that's the only pushback I wanted to say. We definitely need another full-size trailer to see what the envision of the world under there looks like, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be majestic. I really do believe that. So teaser trailer aside, everyone is going to have their opinion on that front, and it's all good. But I think that the darkness of the trailer was fitting to where the location was. It was showing where she went, and she had that song, up where they run, up where they play all day in the sun.
Come on, sing it.
That part is where that part was where she started to see the sunlight, because she started to twirl and spin towards the sunlight, because that was where there was like a crack in the shipwreckage. So, but that's it, man. I love your show. I watch you all the time, especially when it was the Amber Heard thing. I was just chopping at the bit to see what you was gonna say. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Love, and thank you.
Thank you, brother. Talk to you soon. Peace. Oh my Lord. Whoa, that was loud. I'm gonna take. Okay, I'm gonna take one more. I'm gonna take one more call. One more. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, my name is Ray. I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Oh, Ray from Orlando, Florida. What's up, man? So what's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to keep Miranda clean as I can.
Okay.
I want to get you. Okay, so okay, now me, I've been a big Disney fan for a long time, and honestly, I'm actually really excited about seeing this movie because me as a black person, I'm glad we're getting more representation for this movie. But what really grabs my gears is like when I've been seeing like the comments about the movie, like literally like just throwing like hatred towards this actress because of her skin color.
Yep.
I mean, what really bothers me is because I've been seeing a lot of people like Ariel's race is not essential to her character, so you can cast anyone really to play the character as long as that person can sing.
Yep. Pretty much. I mean, when somebody else said it earlier, I think it was Keisha. Kisha said it earlier. How it's about the look, it's about the voice, right? She has all these other things that are very Disney-esque, her facial features, etc. She embodies the character. Hey, could you mute the show in the background? Do you mind muting the show in the background?
Yeah, I have to turn it down. Okay.
Because
can you hear me better?
Yeah. Because I can hear the conversation on the things 5 seconds later. But what I was saying is, I think what she said earlier is something I agree. She fits the part, and she can sing, and she dope. She just happens to be black, and that shouldn't be that big of a deal, in my personal opinion. It's about who does it and who does it best.
I think people just hating because she can do it better. That's just my opinion. I mean, but like I actually did get to see the clip because I was at D23 this past weekend in California, and after they showed us the trailer, they actually showed us the clip of A Part of Your World, and my honest opinion, she really killed that scene.
Oh, okay. So you got to see more. You got to see more. Okay. That's dope, and that's how it should be, right? That's what we should be seeing. Her just smashing it, just knocking this whole thing out the park. Because
one thing what brought tears to my eyes when I went at D23, like it was a lot of little girls of color there, and like they was really emotional about it because they're like, "Oh my God, like she looks just like me. Like I really can't wait to see this."
Yeah.
And that was really like my same reaction when I saw Black Panther. And also too, I remember like when I was in middle school, when the cartoon Static Shock came on TV. I was excited when that came on TV because I'm like,
too, bro.
Wow, we finally got a cartoon with a black superhero.
It was fire. And it's like, oh my God, finally. Yeah, okay, let me just say this too, man. Because you're taking me back, you know what I mean? Back to Cali. You're taking me back, man. I remember like when I was a kid, I was desperately trying to find black-centric comic book characters. I tried so hard, but like when you go into, okay, so in the supermarket when I was growing up, that's where I was getting all my comic books. But a lot of times it would just be, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I love me some Wolverine, some X-Men, some Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man.
I read comic books myself. I'm a collector myself.
I would go there, and every time I'd be like, man, where can I? Because I didn't know anything. And, you know, I'm a kid. I'm not sitting there going, oh, comic book stores. I never thought of that. But when I was a kid, I was always looking for that, you know, like a Black Panther, a Luke Cage, a Static Shock. You know, I was looking for those characters that could speak to me because all I was seeing were these roided out, ripped as hell, white comic book characters. And in my head, I'm like, I mean, I'm a fan, but I never connected to these characters because in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, they're not me. They don't represent me. And I wanted to see something that represented me. It was very hard to find those things. But then when Static Shock came out, when I saw those, that like when, for example, just a few years ago, Black Panther came out, man, was I envious.
Yes.
Man, was I so envious,
Me too.
though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in my
Me
mind
too. I
going,
saw
like,
it twice.
damn,
I saw it twice opening weekend.
it was fire. But in my mind, I was like, damn, if only I had this when I was a kid. Man, I wish I had that as a kid. My mind would have opened up even more, so on and so forth. So I am so happy for the children that are actually getting to see this, because there's already a white Little Mermaid. It's not like it doesn't exist. That already exists. They can play that on repeat every single day. They can go to Disney Plus right now, crank it loud as they want to, part of that world. You know what I mean? They can do it all day long. Now we got an opportunity for something different, for a different generation and a different demographic of children. So why not? You know what I mean? Like,
and not to mention, this isn't the first time we had a non-white actress play Ariel. Like, I remember a few years back, it was either 2017 or 18, they was doing like a Broadway tour of The Little Mermaid, and they had an Asian actress portray Ariel. And the same amount of hate Halle Bailey's getting, she was getting the same amount of hate too.
You remember like 2 years ago, they did a live action show of Little Mermaid, and what's his name? But he caught me in the shower. It wasn't me. What's his name?
Shaggy.
Thank you. He played the Sebastian, the lobster guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, he did all that. I was just, and the girl who played Ariel, if I'm correct, wasn't white either. If I'm correct, I don't think she was white. I could be wrong.
She wasn't.
But she wasn't white.
She wasn't.
So, and then people weren't tripping about that. You know what I mean? I was more reacting to Shaggy's full-on Thriller Beat It red leather freaking thing he had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he looked ridiculous. Anyway.
Plus too, I remember back in the 90s we had a black Cinderella with Brandy. And that was the Cinderella I grew up with. I always knew Brandy as Cinderella. Because when I was a kid, when I saw Cinderella with Brandy, and like every movie or show or musically I saw her in, I was like, oh my God, that's Cinderella. I knew Brandy as Cinderella. And I don't remember anyone being mad about that. I remember.
There was no one was tripping about it. Trust. No one was. They're like, ooh, it's Brandy.
So I don't understand why people are angry about this with The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Man, I could have sworn there was they even flipped the story with Cinderella. I think there was one called Cinderfella. Hold up. I could have sworn. Yeah, there was another one.
Sneakerella. Sneakerella. It's on Disney Plus. I actually watched it when it came on Disney Plus.
No, I'm talking about Cinderfella. It's with Jerry Lewis. It's like a 1960 movie. It's a throwback. Yeah, people didn't give a damn. And then Roberta even on Facebook said the prince was Asian. I remember that. The prince was Asian in Cinderella, in Brandy's Cinderella. He was Asian. And no one was tripping. No one was tripping. Everyone was like, all right, cool. Bet. It's fine. Like, let her do her thing. And Whitney Houston was in it and all that. No one freaked out about them being the characters that they were, right? Everyone was cool about it. But it's just crazy to me. But, man, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you so much for dropping your 2 cents in here. And I'll be talking to you soon. All right, man?
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you, brother. You too. Peace. Oh, man. So that is the end of the Speak On It segment for the day. And I do appreciate everybody who came in to put in their 2 cents and be a part of the conversation. Yeah, like I said, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people out there in the world that think different, that totally disagree with what I'm saying on this. In fact, just a funny thing. It's really funny how quickly you see how people respond, especially when you're talking about something like this. It's a Disney movie, and it's crazy that you got people who will unsubscribe literally because they don't agree with a black girl playing Ariel in Little Mermaid. I think is absolutely hilarious. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if you want to unsubscribe, that's okay. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want you here anyway if that's how you think in that way. Or if you're not willing to hear people out and hear their opinions and have an open mind, if you're not willing to do that, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's very interesting when you see how quickly people react. And they'll just sit there and go, bye. It's like, come on. Let this woman do her thing. Let her just do let it be a good job. Tell a good story. Do a great performance. That's all I give a damn about. That could be anybody. Okay? That could literally be any person playing that role. Any girl playing that role. It's ridiculous. Abdul, thank you so much for the 5. While people are triggered about race, I just want to be a 36-year-old man, kid singing under the sea. Again, yeah. Yeah, no kidding. You know what I'm saying? We all just want to be under the sea. You know what I mean? And just have a good time. Have a smile on our face, just, jamming to the music. Hopefully, and that's the other thing. Hopefully the music's good. Hopefully they don't mess with the music and do something weird with it. You know what I'm saying? Like keep some of the elements. You know what I mean? Keep some of the elements, right? Dragonfly Kisses, thank you so much for the 10. Having diversity, culture, and representation is a good thing. Little Mermaid is a beautiful story. Sad that people are making it about color. This actress looks like she's going to do awesome. Thumbs up. And, I hope so too. I feel that she's going to do a great job. And that's what matters. That's what really matters. Okay? Not all this other BS. What matters is her performance. But I will say this. I'm sure she's feeling the pressure now, because if she doesn't do a good job, for a fact everybody and their mama is going to sit there and go, see? This is the reason why you don't give it to a black girl. That's what's going to happen. So now I feel the pressure. The heat is on. The heat is on for her right now. Wow, that's a throwback. Wow. Man, I'm just full of throwbacks. I'm always full of throwbacks. Oh, my Lord. But anyway, some 80s throwback stuff. But anyway, the pressure will be on with her in how she performs. Because if she doesn't perform well, they're going to lean on that. And they're like, oh, they could have found any other girl to play this part, but they gave it to her because of her race. And then it's going to turn into that. See what I'm saying? It's going to turn into that kind of nightmare. And we ain't for that. I'm here for a really good story that's told. A fantastic performance. If they ended up staying with a white girl to play Lady Gaga, to play Little Mermaid, it would have been fine. I would have been cool with it too. But they decided to go with her. She looks like she's the best person for the job. So let her do her thug dizzle and knock this bad boy out the park. Megan Million, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very, very much. I do appreciate it, love. Thank you so much. All right. I appreciate the support and all that. But I will be right back in 29 seconds because, I got a message to show and I got a message to share to y'all. One more again. See you guys in 29. I wanted to create something that we could wear to start a very important conversation about mental health and remind those that are lost in the dark that we're here to guide them towards the light. Suicide has taken so many of our loved ones and it needs to stop. My hope is by wearing these t-shirts and hoodies, we can stop these tragedies and start some conversations. Remember, you are not alone. Yes, you are not alone. Do not forget, you are not alone. If you ever feel that you are lost, feel like you don't have anyone to speak to, there are people out here that will speak to you. There are people out here that will listen to you. You have loved ones that have your back. You have loved ones that are here for you no matter what. I have been selling these t-shirts in hoodies, especially like this hoodie that's on my body right now as we speak, for the past couple weeks. And it's been an absolute honor. And it's been mind-blowing and eye-opening about how much this has really touched so many different people, and how serious it is. And how serious, how unfortunate that we don't talk about this, yet it's such a serious topic. So this is the reason why I created these t-shirts and hoodies. I wanted to start the conversation. I wanted people that feel that they're lost, that they are not lost, that they're not alone, that they always have somebody there to support them and have their back. So if you go to pascalmerch.com, you can find these hoodies and these t-shirts. Again, these are for a very good cause. This month is Suicide Awareness Month. A portion of the proceeds is going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We're trying to push the conversation forward towards the light rather than having it sit here in the dark. So please go over to pascalmerch.com and help spread some light. All right. But anyway, guys, I got a couple more super chats real quick. Pink Society, thank you so much for the 5. Halle Bailey, and her sister Chloe are actresses. They're in Blackish. Yes, they are. But they also are recording artists as well. But thank you so much. Mrs. and Mr. Steelers, thank you so much for the 5. Whatever the Black community does needs to be better just to be equal. So, there's quite a bit of pressure in the Black community to be on point, to be better than, to have the bar lifted. It may be, in some societies or in some worlds, it may be, mid, right? But for us, in a way, there's that pressure of always having to be better and more than beyond, because mediocre is not enough. Mediocre is definitely not enough. But I could sit there and say that for a lot of other, for most communities of color, where there is that constant pressure of being better than, because just enough is never just enough. So that is very, very true on that part as well. But I just want to say, before we wrap the show up, before we wrap the show up, I just want to say this, though, too, that there is a great deal of responsibility that's resting on that woman's shoulders. I think she's going to do just fine. I just think that it's unfair that people are not even giving her the benefit of the doubt. They're not even giving her a chance. They just see who she is, what she looks like, in this small teaser, and automatically assume the worst. And it has nothing to do with her talent. They're resting solely on her skin tone. And one thing I find very funny and very interesting is, most likely she got the gig because of her talent and not because of her skin tone. And that's one thing I think we need to start looking at in that way. And we have a lot of children out here, a lot of children, both white and black, and other of all races, let's just say that are looking at this trailer and they're excited. They really are. I say, let the kids enjoy their movie. Let the kids enjoy their movie. Because that's what they deserve. Let the kids enjoy the movie. Anyway, guys, that is the show today. I appreciate all y'all for being here, and I appreciate the phone calls. I appreciate the call in. Wasn't expecting doing that today, but I am happy that I did it nonetheless. So, guys, if you haven't done it yet, please do me a favor. All right, hit that like button down below. Crush it. Make it scream out your name, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. All right, hit that subscribe button and support the channel. Be greatly, greatly appreciated. I know there's a lot of haters out there already, but like I said, let the children play. You know what I mean? This used to be my playground. You know what I mean? That's another throwback. Wow, another deep cut. All right, but seriously, let the kids play. Let the kids enjoy some make believe for 90 minutes. That's what they deserve. That's all. Don't boycott it just because of something stupid like that. That's just what I think. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely check out my merch, please. Pascal show, the pascalmerch.com. Please go and check that out. Be greatly appreciated. Tish in Tennessee. I love my shirts and gotten compliments on them. Wow. Thank you so much for the $2. And thank you so much for that knowledge. Look at that, y'all. Come on now, baby. Yeah. Okay. So check it out. pascalmerch.com. Okay. Like I said, one-of-a-kind tie-dye t-shirts and hoodies that are made by yours truly. No cap. So please go check them out. Support if you can. And I got to get going. I appreciate all y'all. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys soon. I really appreciated this conversation today. It was dope. It was really dope. Talk to you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.